Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Roman Iqbal. I'm the attorney for CAIR. For those who don't know, CAIR is a civil rights organization. We've been in Columbus for 20 years, and our job is to defend Muslims when Muslims are victims of discrimination. Our office is in Dublin. If you have any problems of any kind of discrimination because you're a Muslim, please call us, inshallah. We are free. We don't charge Muslims any money. And again, the name is CAIR, CAIR Columbus. So the kind of work we do typically is any, as I said, Muslim who's a victim of discrimination, meaning if you're not allowed to pray at work, if you're not allowed to go for Hajj, if you're a sister, you're not allowed to wear a hijab or loose-fitting clothes, if you're not allowed to go for Jummah, if any of these things happen, please call us. We do these cases all the time. We are representing 17 people right now who were fired for praying in court. So please call us if that happens. Again, if you're in a public place and there's harassment, you could be at Walmart, at Kroger. If there's harassment, please call us. If you go to rent a place and you're not allowed to, if the bank is shutting down your account, any of these issues, please call us. We're here to help you. So we just released a civil rights report, and if you need that, please contact me. I can give you the new civil rights report. But what we need to know is for the last 2 years, hate crimes against Muslims have gone up by 584%. That's a very dramatic increase. So if you are either a victim of hate crime yourself or you know about it, please contact us. We need to document that. If you see something, please report to us. Call the police. Make sure you take down the license plate number. We get a lot of calls from people with hate crimes, but they've been assaulted or verbally assaulted, sisters especially. They typically don't ever have information. They don't have the license plate number. Then we can't really help them. Now, as brother said, Khalid, about last night, there was a sister who was unfortunately killed in Virginia. Just before I came in, the Virginia police put out a statement saying that the Virginia police Fairfax County police does not believe it was a hate crime. They're saying it was a road rage incident. So Allah knows better. However, as CAIR, obviously CAIR DC, we'll be pushing for this to be investigated, including an investigation of whether this was a hate crime. We will inshallah push for that. As we all know, this has been happening around the country. In Portland, we saw 2 people who were not even Muslim who gave their lives to help this Muslim sister who was being harassed. And let me give you an update for one of the sisters who was physically assaulted in Columbus around 2 weeks back. The person who assaulted her was out on probation. This guy was in jail before he assaulted her. He was in jail for attacking a 69-year-old man, and he broke his face. The guy had to have surgery, and that is why he was in jail. So he comes out and attacks his sister. We also heard from witnesses that there were racial slurs used by this man. So we have called for an investigation. Unfortunately, the police, they did not do a proper investigation. They only interviewed 1 witness. They actually interviewed 4 witnesses, but none of the witnesses were Muslims. Even though this sister lived in an area, there were lots of Muslims around who witnessed this. We have, however, talked to these witnesses. We are having some problem because the witnesses are very afraid. Because they are saying if the police did not do anything about this guy, they are afraid. Anyway, we're trying. We will be taking this case to the prosecutor on Thursday, inshallah. We will be referring this to the prosecutor, and we'll be pushing the prosecutor to prosecute this man for assaulting this poor sister. Now, here's something else that we're getting a lot of calls about, and that is harassment at the border. That is harassment at the customs. That is harassment when people are flying into the country, going to Canada. We're getting a lot of calls from people about this harassment. So here are things that we need to know about this harassment that is taking place at the border. So there's a thing called secondary screening. If you're coming from abroad to America, at the airport, they can do what's called a secondary screening, where they pull you aside and ask you questions about your religion. They ask you questions about your faith. Where do you go pray? Who's your imam? Give us the names of people who pray with you. If they are asking any of these questions in the secondary screening, which is typically happening to a lot of Muslims, Just remember this, you have a right not to answer these questions. As an American citizen, you have a right not to answer these questions. And if you don't answer them, the most they can do is hold you up for 5 to 6 hours. So they can delay you, but they cannot deny you entry just because you're refusing to answer questions. Now, however, if you're outside America and you're boarding a plane to come to America, they can stop you. Now, that did not used to happen, but that has started happening now, that you're a citizen, you may be born here, and you are coming from outside, and they stop you, let's say you're coming from Egypt, and they stop you there from coming in. We just had a case of an imam in Utah who was an American citizen, and they stopped him from entering the country. And CAIR filed an emergency lawsuit, and they let him in, but they initially stopped him. So as a citizen, if this happens to you, please call us. We have a lawsuit ready to go. We just need to add in the name. So if this happens, call us from abroad, and we will inshallah immediately get you back into the country within a day or two, because the courts are very helpful. However, remember this, that's only outside the country. Once you're inside the country, they have to let you in. They cannot deny you, even if you refuse to answer the questions. Now, if you have your phone, they can confiscate your phone, right? So if you have a phone and they ask you, you don't give it, they can confiscate it. They can demand that you turn over your phone. So if you're flying into the country and you do not want the government to look at your pictures of your family, and you don't want the government to see that, government agents, there are things you can do. For example, number one, do not have a fingerprint lock. If you have a fingerprint lock, they can put your finger on the phone. If you have a passcode, they cannot compel you to give the passcode. So try to have a passcode lock. But the problem with having the passcode lock, even though they cannot compel you to give the passcode lock, they can still confiscate your phone for a week. So one way around that we are recommending to people is that when you're entering the country, and if you don't want the government to look at your pictures, to look at your information, simply upload all your data into a cloud, and then when you enter America, the phone is clean. If they ask for it, you can give it to them. There's nothing on the phone. And then once you're out of the customs, just download the data from cloud again. So that is one way to get around this problem. If you have a green card, it is very important that you do not sign what's called a Form I-407. The Form I-407, a lot of Muslims are being asked to sign this as green card holders. If you sign this, you will lose your green card. Remember, as a green card holder, don't sign Form I-407. And if they ask, they cannot deny you entry anyway. Insist as a green card holder to see a magistrate, a judge, if they deny you entry. Now, if you are not a green card holder and not a citizen, and you're just a person on an immigrant visa, and you're in America at the border, they're harassing you, they're not letting you enter the country, please call us, and we'll try to, inshallah, help them. If you are at the, and I said again, if you're at the border harassment, no-fly list, any of that, please call us. We need to document when this stuff happens. It's very important that we document this. So the other thing for immigration is that if you are eligible for getting a green card, or you are eligible for becoming a citizen, and the government is stopping you for more than a year, you have applied and it has been a year for you to become a green card holder or a citizen, and you're being delayed, please call us. You are probably on a watch list called CAIR. A lot of Muslims are being put on that watch list. Call us. We have filed lawsuits for 16 people just this year. And if you call us, we can inshallah help you. Most of the people we have filed lawsuits for, they have been able to get their green card, their citizenship. So if you're a victim of a delay, please call us. You're probably on the watch list called CAIR, and that is why you're being delayed to get these benefits. So here are some things that I have with me. I have a international travelers frequently asked questions. It's outside on the entrance on the left. Right at the entrance, I have a bunch of these. Please read these before you travel. It's called the International Traveler's Guide. Basically, if you put this together, it tells you everything you need to know for traveling abroad and coming back. We also have outside on the same table on the left at the entrance, what to do if the FBI comes to your home or ICE comes to your home, how to react, what to do. I can't talk about it now, I don't have time, but please look at this. We have it for you outside at the entrance on a table. We also have for you these Know Your Rights pocket guides. These are very small, and you can read them in like 20 minutes. Please take these pocket guys, they're outside. Please review them. They tell you everything you need to know about your rights as a Muslim in America. I also have my cards outside on the table. You can take my card. It has my cell phone number. If you have questions, you can always call me or go to CAIR Columbus. So brothers, I'll end with this now. My time is up. I want everybody to know this. Our protector as Muslims is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is not CAIR. It is not the lawyers. It is not anybody else. It is Allah. And here's why I say this. I had a brother from this masjid remind me of this the other day. I'm not going to name him, but I'll tell you what he said. You know, since Trump has become the president and we have a new White House, there were some people in this White House who were very anti-Muslim. General Flynn, he was very, very anti-Muslim. He's gone. CAIR didn't kick him out. Muslims didn't kick him out. He's gone. Gorka, another very anti-Muslim guy in the White House, he's demoted. Kicked out from national security position. We didn't do it. Allah did it. McFarlane, the General Flynn's deputy, she's now the ambassador to Singapore. She's gone. CAIR didn't kick him out. Muslims didn't kick her out. She was kicked out, right? By Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. David Clark, who's the sheriff from Wisconsin, very anti-Muslim. A lot of hate in that man. He applied for a position in this White House, and yesterday he withdrew his application. We didn't do it. Allah did it. So let's remember this, that in this country, there are a lot of people who are supporting us. There's a lot of support of civil institutions. There's a lot of support from Congress, from senators. They call us. They ask us, how can we help, at least the good ones. They are some of the biggest ACLU, some of the biggest civil institutions in this country want to help us. So people of other faiths want to help us. We get calls all the time from people who are not Muslim wanting to help us. The mosques, all mosques get these calls. So we have a lot of support in this country, and we need to know that we don't have to be afraid of being Muslim. We don't have to be afraid of practicing our faith. We need to trust in God, and we need to know we have rights in this country. There is nothing to fear. And I will end with this. We send out emails to the community, and we ask the community to call the Congress, to call us local state legislature, to make these phone calls, because people, sometimes when there's an anti-Muslim bill and a Sharia bill, something against Muslims, we need a way to contact you. So you can call up, because when you call up, these calls make a difference. So here's what I want, and I'm going to end with this, everybody to do now. If you are not already a member, not a member, if you are not on our email list, if you're not on our email list from CAIR Columbus, I have a number for you. The number is 42828. Please take out your phones if you're not on the email list, and the number is 42828. Text this number, 42828, and all you have to put in the subject line is CAIR, CAIR. CAIR in the subject line, and text to the number 42828. Join our email list, and when you send out an email, please do what we're asking you to do. It's very important. Assalamu alaikum. Quickly, the laptop is just a part of the luggage. They can always take it, yes. So clean your laptops if you're concerned.